Congressman?
Yeah.
You made some headlines with the hire of David Grusch.
Yeah.
Why'd you do it? Why'd you feel the need to do it?
I think that just it's frustrating to me that we can't continue to just not really get any further. And so one of the things that was highlighted to me really is that, or obvious to me, is that we don't have somebody that's an expert in this field helping us navigate the intelligence community, navigate these, because the thing is, you don't know which questions to ask, right? And so how do you even determine where to go if you don't even have the first clue?
Okay, so let's just get this straight real quick. For anybody who doesn't know, David Grusch was hired by Burlison and other representatives. He's in Congress right now to try and help and assist in getting some of these things declassified and make disclosure, more, reachable. So they're trying to do that, and it's really notable, and I think it's a goddamn good idea because David Grusch is so, he's so knowledgeable about the topic and how and where to find information that is effective and useful. So I can't wait to see what else comes out about this. And we're going to be talking about this, guys, so don't go anywhere, okay?
I believe that there's so much truth in the Bible. In fact, so I'll tell you guys something that I have. David Grusch put me in contact with an individual who blew my mind. I don't know if I could believe him, but it's an individual who has aliens talk to him. And this individual went from being a Jewish person to being an atheist in his life when he started talking to what he calls his aliens, or angels. They started talking to him. He has these strange experiences, and then his wife will transcribe what he says, and a lot of it is predictions that come true. And what he told me is he became a Christian. He started believing in Jesus because these things that were talking to him said, yes, Jesus is real. Jesus, was a real person. He really did perform these miracles, and he was the Messiah, and he is part of the divine council with God. And then a guy who didn't even know what the divine council was, the Bible, suddenly was being told through. So anyway, that was an interesting thing. So let me go back to your question. When you ask, like, all these ancient, like, megalithic sites like Machu Picchu, or the pyramids that are in, whether in the Aztec Empire, the Inca, and then you've got pyramids of Egypt, it's ubiquitous across the world. And some of these sites have got stone structures at their base that there's even modern technology and modern machinery would have a very difficult time putting in place and making it that perfect. It suggests to me that there were ancient civilizations that were extremely advanced. And what happens is and I think Tim Alberino is right, like, you have cataclysm occur, whether it's a comet that hits, or it's the poles the electromagnetic, the magnetic poles.
Noah's Ark, Eric.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you guys have noticed this as well, that there's been so many leaks, so many talks, information being released and spoken about, that says that there's a pole shift, there's a end of the world event where only few will survive and have to carry on the civilization. And especially now Burlison is talking about ancient civilizations being much more advanced than we might have originally anticipated. So this is really a supporting statement for the pyramids being an ancient, more advanced civilization that was wiped out by this event that happens every certain amount of years. And I wonder what's the furthest that a civilization on this planet has gone, and where are they today? Are they not, revealing themselves, or what is the reasoning behind that? Let me know what you think personally, because this is a fascinating topic, right?
All right, so
Eric stumbles over a few words there, which I do all the time. And that's the gist, really, here. Again, I'll put a link in the description. But basically, again, Eric Burlison his mind was blown by speaking to this person that David Grusch introduced him to. And again, David Grusch was brought on specifically to help people on Capitol Hill and Representative Eric Burlison specifically into the UAP topic. So why would David Grusch introduce to Eric Burlison someone like this, right? Who talks to aliens? I mean, that just sounds bonkers when you say it like that, right? And aliens talk to him. One thing would be he talked to aliens, but the fact that he says aliens talk back to him, right? That's where it gets a little crazy, because people pray to God all the time, but if you say, oh, God speaks back to me, then you sound crazy, right? I'm not saying he's crazy or anyone's crazy for that. I'm just saying that's the social sort of construct that we're in, right? So so this person is a mystery. Eric Burlison doesn't reveal who this person is that blew his mind that David Grusch introduced him to, right? Who is this person that talks to aliens, who was a Jewish person, then became atheist, then a Christian? His wife helps him translate what the aliens say, I guess. And they work on predictions that have come true, right? So who is this mystery person? Well, thanks to the work of...
So there's also this mention of J.J. Hurtak, the experiencer channeler David Grusch referred Representative Eric Burlison to. And this man looks really strange. I think there's a lot more that needs to come out about this, but I do know one thing, and that's David Grusch is legit, okay? All the most credible and well-informed people vouch for David Grusch, and he does have a long sheet of only the best positions, and everybody likes this guy, everybody trusts this guy. So I can't wait to see what comes out about this. And what does J.J. Hurtak, the experienced channeler, have to do with this phenomenon? Let me know. Okay, so there's, as always, some wacky shit being said on Twitter. No surprise, right? This one user said he checks all the boxes, born Jewish, then atheist, then Christian, as was spoken about, which is really interesting. Talks to quote-unquote aliens or angels. Fuck, okay, I don't trust those people, but if he's connected to David Grusch, it makes it quite weird to think about. Wife transcribes what the beings say. Okay, why does he not understand what they're telling him, right? Predictions that come true, like what? Give us an instance, prove this. Like, it has to be, you can't just say shit like this. Aliens say Jesus is the true Messiah and part of the divine council. Okay, we're getting into Chris Bledsoe, Tim Taylor type fucking territory here, guys. I don't know, like, it's very dividing when this phenomenon is coming out in support of one religion, even if it is true or they're just pushing their own agenda. I have no idea what this means.
I am here with
Dr. Desiree Hurtak.
Dr. J.J. Hurtak.
Dr. Hurtak has authored several books on the subject of extraterrestrial intelligence, a field he has studied and participated in for over 20 years. He has conducted first-hand investigations of many close encounters of the second and third kind. He is founder and president of the Academy for Future Science and has been a consultant to a number of international films and books on the subject of extraterrestrials. He was also a featured speaker at the first World Conference on Extraterrestrial Activities in Acapulco, Mexico, held in April 1977. Welcome, Dr. Hurtak.
We're fortunate to have with us tonight Dr. J.J. Hurtak, who is a mystic and a renowned scholar of diverse mystical traditions, especially the Jewish and Christian mystical worlds. Dr. Hurtak is well known for his books, The Book of Knowledge, The Keys of Enoch, translated into 7 languages, and Pistis Sophia, Text and Commentary, which explores the Gnostic mystical developments in early Christianity. J.J., welcome to Philly Live.
Thank you. It's a great honor to be with you.
We see the world going to a fantastic change, a drama that some perceive only in terms of a negative spiral. We, on the other hand, see a positive process of ascension, an opportunity to look at the long calendar, as it is called, of the Mayan people, and recognize that we can see far beyond the exclusivity of one calendar system saying that everything comes to an end when we realize that evolution doesn't stop with Mother Earth, but continues. It is the upper ascension that is so exciting that we're seeing amongst the heartbeats of people throughout the world who are, should we say, reinterpreting the great transformational element of a consciousness shift.
So this fucking feels so damn culty, right? But yeah, it's this, the imagery is really interesting because it's very similar to DMT experiences. You know, people, there's been a lot of stories coming out, Danny Jones podcast, etc., talking about the DMT realm, people trying to map it. And then there's all this talk about dimensions, and Luna mentioned dimensions specifically. And then I'm fucking fascinated by whether this connects to the hammer. You guys remember when we talked about Tom Taylor working for the hammer? I bet you this guy is connected to that in somehow, some capacity, because Jesus Christ, is this all leading to Israel? What the fuck is going on?
Recognizing that the ball will not fall but will ascend, or to put it another way, the world will not go into a negative spiral, but the Merkaba will rise. The people will come out of the experience of stress and strain and the darkness of the old order into a sense of regenesis, restoration, and pluralism.
And so that's what December 21st really means to us, the power of ascension.
Okay, ascension. Are you selling a course on how to ascend? I mean, what the fuck? Guys, let me know what you think about this. This fella in particular. Let's research the fuck out of this guy. Maybe we do an episode on its own about this. I really enjoyed going through this, about this new character we unlocked. Hopefully we see more in the future, and we'll find out what the fuck the hammer is, okay? Who is supposedly working for God. In conclusion today, thank you for watching. Appreciate the absolute fuck out of you. And to my American viewers, which is the majority, I like that. Happy 4th of July, okay? It was a great day. Independence, let's go.
A number of things that I've heard from people in the Pentagon, that the buzzword in the secret of secrets in the Pentagon is the Sumerian gods are returning. And that's what they're referring to as that whole area that Peter's
Wow. Can you repeat that again, just in case anybody missed it? The buzzword
in the Pentagon, in the the military circles that are in the know about the cover-up here, they kind of, in whispered tones, talk about the return of the Sumerian gods, and they're talking about the what we would call aliens or fallen angels returning into the Middle East, into Old Sumer area.
The Anunnaki.
Well, could be.
Under the other ancient names. Do you think that has anything to do with why we're in a...
Coming on, it's coming on, it's